eagle's egg. And he liked one and having the second. So he put the eagle's egg under the hen. And when that hatched out, it was the funniest looking little thing to all those little chickens. Why, he couldn't understand what they were chirping about. He spoke in a different language. He didn't know what the chickens was talking about. I hope you know what I mean. So then, he watched him, and he didn't know what to do. And they all picked on him, because he said he was an odd fellow. He perhaps was. But he was an eagle to begin with. They could stretch their little wings and flop around, and he'd look at them, and they were all the way they were. Old hen would cluck, and they knowed every one of the clucks, so here come the little chickens all running in, but the eagle didn't understand that cluck. And he wouldn't come in, because he didn't know that kind of clucking. I'm not going to say much, but I hope you know what I'm talking of. He didn't understand it. He talked different. He noticed that this old hen, every time she'd find a little bug or something, she'd cluck to her little chickens, and all the little chickens come, the little eagle come in the back looking around. He was a funny-looking little creature. But you know, one day she happened to be out in the barnyard feeding, and the old mother eagle happened to fly by. And as she flew by, her great shadow swept over the top of the barnyard. She looked down, and she seen her own. He knows his own. And she screamed to him. And when she did, the little fellow turned his head and began to look upward. That's the way you ought to been looking all the time. And when he looked up, she screamed back and she said, "Son, you're not a chicken. You're mine." The old mother said, "You're not a chicken. You don't belong there. You are mine." And he wondered what he could do. That's what he wanted. And you know, there may be a many a little eagle been walking in some old denominational chicken yard for a long time sitting here tonight. Right. But I hope that he calls you and says, "Son, you're mine." What must I do, Lord? That was the cry. She said, "Just make the first big jump and flop your wings." And he made the first jump and flopped his wings. He found out he wasn't earthbound anymore, because he sat on a barnyard post, right in the center of a Pentecostal organization. His mother said, "Son, you've got to come higher than that, or I can't get you." Said, "Just give another jump, and I'll bear you up on my wings." While we think on these things as we bow our heads a moment, I wonder this morning while we're in the building, if there would be an eagle here this morning, that you've been walking in a barnyard a long time. You're sick and tired of that stuff. Just pretending to be a Christian, living a haphazard life. And somehow or another there's been certain little wind that swept over your soul this morning by the preaching of the Word. You know what it is? It's mother handing loose the feathers that will come loose. Little things of the world that you've been holding on to as kept as being a real Christian. That little doubt, that little fear, that little bunch of worldlyism that you're hanging on to, that little party that you're running around with, and let that wind brush all them fears away from you.